What's poppin', people? It's your boy Loco Lou, and today I got a review for you. We're looking at the Hot Toys Future Fight Punisher War Machine. Now, this is my first Iron Man diecast figure from Hot Toys. I'm used to diecast figures when it comes to Sentinel and Comic Cave Studios, and my first introduction to diecast would be SH Figuarts as far as figures goes. So, without further ado, let's take a quick look at the box, which is something I normally don't do, but I think I may start doing this, and you guys tell me if you like it or not. So here we have the Punisher insignia with all the nice little details here on the foam insert. All the details of who made this figure and who engineered it and all this other doodads. And then nice shot of the figure itself, Punisher War Machine. And this is the video game line. So I'm familiar with this video game. This is one of my favorite characters to play with as Punisher, and just having him in this armor is amazing. So let's crack this guy open up and see what we got inside. And here we have it, Punisher War Machine. I actually took the liberty of removing the head and putting on the head sculpt so we can take a good look at it. This is a great figure. Like, the likeness to the actual video game character is actually pretty spot on, being that it's a mobile phone. Wow, like the details on this guy, it's just so awesome. If I could just move the camera a little bit closer and just tilt it up a bit, and there we go. See, now I have him on the stand right now so he doesn't fall over, but look at that. That is awesome. This right here is just phenomenal. Got all the scarring on his face, he's been through a lot. So, it's Frank Castle, baby. He just goes through a lot. Now the paint detail on this head sculpt is top notch. The eyes are awesome. Everything on this guy's awesome. Even the little dip in the hair. You see that right there? Even that right there is cool. It's phenomenal. Love it. Can't say much more about it other than the fact that it's awesome. Now the entire figure has all these beautiful dents and damages and stuff like that. This is pretty awesome. Being my first Iron Man figure, it's gonna make me want to go all out on diecast Iron Man figures, and I personally don't want to because space is a factor. So I'm just gonna cherry pick the ones that I truly want versus the ones that I kind of want. So this right here is a great addition because he's not necessarily War Machine, he's not necessarily Iron Man, he is the Punisher in War Machine armor, in that Tony Stark armor, and it's just awesome. So I took the liberty of putting also the turret on, little minigun, and this doesn't spin, but this does, and it's attached via ball joint. You got the ammo belt feeder that goes straight in here, and then right on top, and this articulates and goes up and down, but I don't want to move that right now one-handed. You have this gun right here, which looks real awesome. Hold on, let me see if I can grab this because he's leaning. It has a slide back mechanism. Very articulated. Very nice. Got all those details. Like, how do you go about showing this off? This is heavy. It's a heavy figure. Beast of a figure. And then on top of that, he just likes to lean forward because of all that weight. See, one thing I know about diecast figures, it's heavy and you have to be very careful. If not, they fall over, prone to breaking. They are prone to breakage. So The rest of this figure is as what you expect from an Iron Man figure. You know, you got the plate, it's removable. Get to see the arc reactor. See that bad boy lit up real quick because I did put the batteries on this figure already, and it's awesome. Battery switch in the back. Flip that up, and whoa! See, there we go again. Voila! So, shines bright. It's awesome. This could have used like some chrome in the inside or something, just so that way the lights could go through. Because as you can see, the lights do shine through there, but as soon as you put it in, it just disappears. So, you know, it's nice, but you know, it probably would have benefited with, you know, a chrome touch, or maybe some type of lip that shines the light down into the visor, because the way it's positioned is it's just right below the light. So, you know, turn that off, and all the details, that's just awesome. That is completely awesome. But I think what's also cool is you have over here on the chest and on the leg of the figure all the skulls of all the people or units he's killed on the missions he's been on with this suit. And it's funny, all the Punisher War Machine armors has designation numbers, and all the War Machine designation numbers have 3 serial numbers. And it's funny, this one has 3 zeros. And everyone knows this is the Mark III of War Machine, so to see it with the 3 zeros, meaning that this is kind of like a prototype and not a actual marked suit, it's kind of odd, a little different, but it is what it is. Now, turret moves, that's pretty good. And I think one of the best things about this figure in particular, you get effect parts. So you got this one, you have that one, and that's just awesome. You got 2 more, and they're pretty much the same. Just gonna do one, and that is a forearm. And I think these effect parts are awesome. It lends itself very, very well for this particular figure. And I always display this figure with these accessory parts. So, you know, you light it properly, it's just gonna look that much cooler, in my opinion. So, you know, that's the extra accessories for that. And I think we have one more accessory that's for this, that's, you know, not necessarily the head that comes out of the box, but more so the forearm pieces. While I got this arm out, you take this arm and pop this out. I can get it out, there we go. And you put in, what's this? This is the left side, right side. You put this, and this is an extra barrel that goes into his forearm, and the inside, that is, and you can have him fully decked out, ready to go. And that right there is cool. That is super cool. I'm really digging this figure. This figure is awesome, and every time I play with this figure, I find something new about it. So while I have this out, let me just put the forearm clip in, bring them back, and let's talk articulation. Let me get this back down and bring it back, And let's talk articulation on this guy. This guy has tons and tons and tons of articulation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift him out of the diorama base and show you the points of articulation. We have, starting from the feet, which are pretty awesome. Look at that paint detail. That is just awesome. So we got toe articulation, hinge, flaps move from the front and the back and the side, and then the top portion is a little loose, and you got pivots, got all the good stuff. For the foot, you got double jointed knees, which is good. I love this engineering for the knees. It just looks like one nice big chunky cohesive knee. And the ratchet joints, oh my goodness. Man, this guy's heavy. Yep. Then you got drop down hips. And you got flaps that raise up from here and here. So you got all that empty space there. Now that you drop the leg, you can bring the foot about that high, which is just about 90, give or take. Depending on the angle you put it in, that's about 90 right there when you twist the leg. So you got that. Oh, I almost forgot. See, look, I find something new. There's a thigh swivel right there. You got a ball joint in there with another hinge there for the drop. The flaps also is the articulation point. Now this goes in, and I found this out today as well, which is you can pop this bad boy up. You got two clicks, one here and then another one up here, which gives you that nice diaphragm crunch. I thought that is cool, awesome, and it is something that I wasn't expecting to see. I thought it was just that one piece, and that is cool. Let me bring them back. There we go. You got a ball joint in both of those sections, so you could twist it around, move it around, stuff like that. For the arms, you have hinge on the shoulder pads. You got a hinge back here where the ball socket is. You got a hinge up here. You have double jointed elbows, but in order to get that double joint, you have to bring the arm down. So in, out, just a little bit, and then double jointed elbows. Of course, the ball jointed wrist and the light up feature there, which you access by removing this piece and flipping that switch right there. Let me move the hand, and there you go. In effect, let's put on the repulsor hand. And that looks awesome. That looks awesome. I'm really loving this figure. This is, woo, it makes me excited for when I get Iron Patriot and Rescue Mark 85. So yeah, this is a great starting piece for me, as I'm starting to buy more and more Hot Toys and 6 scale figures and having that in my collection versus the 12 scale stuff. But it's hard to quit. It's really hard to quit. Now, we got a couple of things to go over with. So, let's show you the base. You got this nice name-plated diorama base. It feels good, has a nice rough and smooth texture to it. And it's one of these old school crotch grabbers, which I'm fine with. We have 2 sets of articulated hands. We got the repulsor hand, which I showed earlier. We have the 2 fists that are attached to the figure. And we also have these fists, which is I think like a sonic blast for the knuckles, which I like. That's different. Ooh. And I almost forgot about these little pieces right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to lift up one, because you can lift up the other side as well. And you get these little missile pods. And they just magnetize straight in there. And that's awesome. That is awesome. I'm always finding something new with this figure, and it's just, this is a pleasant treat for me as a collector in general. There's always something new with this figure, and being that this is Frank Castle, it's just so badass. I love it. I just love it. Now, with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the head sculpt for the suit, which is this one. I already took the liberty of putting batteries in it as well, and remove the head plate, turn on the switch, and yeah, that's cool. This is awesome, and this is a beautiful way to display. You take this guy out, get one of the opposable finger hands. Let's take the one that I showed off earlier and kind of give us a quick little display of him just holding the helmet while it's lit. There you go. That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm really enjoying this figure. I can't wait to pose this guy up a little bit more for you guys, which I think I'm going to do right about now. So stay tuned for the end of the video. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and throw a comment down, and I'll get back to you on the next one. Peace, guys. Enjoy the photos.